Okay, good evening, guys. This is Rahul Sharma once again, and today we're going to learn something really informative regarding how to create a quiz in Microsoft Teams application. So today it's not going to be Excel session; it's going to be totally something different and really interesting. And most of the people get confused as to how to create an assignment or a quiz in Microsoft Teams. And even if they are able to create the assignment or the quiz, they are not able to display it or fix it to the specific classrooms of Microsoft Teams. So today I'm going to tell you something really interesting about Microsoft Teams quiz process, wherein you don't have to break your head once you create the link for the quiz. So there are different ways through which you can actually perform that particular assignment or a quiz in Microsoft Teams app without even posting in the classroom of the application. So without any further delay, I'm going to just proceed and share my screen with you guys so that it will be helpful for you. Give me a moment, please. Okay, so the moment when you download Microsoft Teams application, so this would be the home page which you could see here on my screen here. So basically, I'll just walk you through the tabs which is mentioned here. The first one is activity. You have the chat box. You have the teams here. You have the assignments, calendar, calls, files. And when you press on the three dots, there are various other documents through which you can actually integrate your work. So these are basically the inbuilt configured applications which can be supported or used in Microsoft Team applications. Okay. So how to create a quiz? So the first process would be you need to go to the assignment. You have to click on the assignment. And the moment you click on the assignment, you have the three topics which is mentioned here. One is drafts, assigned, and returned. So these are the three mainly topic which we need to focus on. So the drafts are the one which you have created the quiz and you haven't assigned to it. The assigned one would be when you assign somebody to perform the quiz. It comes on the assigned tab, and the returned would be the one which with the results. So basically what we're going to do here now is we're going to learn how to create a quiz. So we're going to create first on the tab called create. And you have three options like assignment, quiz from existing. So guys, assignments are basically, this can be a blend of all types of questions which you are looking at. So you can give a paragraph writing or a descriptive answers, MCQs. So it will be a blend of all the kind of answers which you can expect from an assignment. Quiz is basically limited to your multiple choice questions, ratings, or it could be any multiple choice kind of questions basically. And from existing, it would be like if you have created automatically or you have created manually any quiz before or an assignment, you can upload that in the Microsoft Team apps without creating a new one. So as if now, we're going to focus on the quiz. So we'll just go ahead and click on quiz here, right? So the moment when we click on quiz, you will have the screen in front of you. So don't panic. These are some of the groups which I have created for the sessions of my own purpose. So if you are using for the first time, you will get an option to create a group name in Microsoft Teams application. So you can just name the group, you can assign the students' email IDs, you can assign the teachers' email IDs through whom you want to share this particular assignments to anyone. So it's basically up to your choice. So as if now, I'll just go for the first group. I just click on that and I go to next tab. So the moment when you click on the next tab, you will get forms like this and you have to focus on the new quiz. So you will just go ahead and click on new quiz, right? So the moment when you go and click the new quiz, so it takes you to the browser of the Microsoft Forms. So as if now you can see here, this is called the Microsoft Form, which is open through the browser. So here what we can type is testing for quiz, okay? And you can write here that can create quiz and these apps. Okay, whatever it is, right? So this would be first would be our main title of the quiz, and there would be some small descriptive summary of what you expect from this quiz, or what would be the model of question papers you are setting here. So this is the basic list. So now what we're going to do is we're going to click on add new button. So guys, remember there are many options through which you can create the quiz. So you have choice, you have text, you have rating, you have dates. Okay. So what you're going to do is, okay, just go ahead and click here. Okay. So the moment when we click on choice, you will have an options with your answers where you can write here. So like, for example, what is my name? So this would be the first question, type of first question in a quiz. You can say Rahul, I would say Rahul Sharma. And if you want to add one more, it would be X, Y, Z, right? So this is one of the way of creating the multiple type questions when you click on choice button, right? And then you could see the moment when we move the cursor, you can see here there are three tabs which is being which gets activated or highlighted here. So this is the button where you can delete the option. This is the one which displays message to respondents who can view whether it is the right or the wrong answer the moment when they click on the answer. So we can go with that part later on. And this tick mark, which is the most important part of it. For example, if I am setting up a question here, I'm setting up a question here, for example, I have only two options here. So what I'll do is I know as a host of this quiz that Rahul Sharma is the right answer. I just click on this. So the system saves this particular answer as the right answer, and it acts accordingly with the users who are using it. So this is really very important, guys. You need to remember that you need to mark this, right? So you have another tab which is called points. You can give points to your questions. I just give one for an example. Now this tab, which is multiple answers, which means that your answer for the question has got more than one. I mean to say that you have more than one answers to choose from that particular question. So you can go ahead and activate that if you feel, or if you say that you have two right answers for these questions. Okay. So at the moment I'll deactivate this, and this tab is called required, which means that this question mandatorily you have to attempt and you have to write an answer to that, so that you can proceed to the further questions, right? So this is something which is the functionality of required button. Now we're going to go to the three dots here. So when you go to the three dots here, you have certain tabs which gets enabled here called shuffle options, drop down, math, subtitle, add branching. We're not going to go very detailed into all the tabs. However, I'll quickly just tell you the implications of these tabs. The one is shuffle options, which means that suppose you have 5 attendees, or you want to send to 5 students to attempt this quiz, and you have 50 questions, for example. So when you throw this form to them, so in that case, all the 50 questions get jumbled up, get shuffled, and each one of them, each 5 of them gets the different series of these questions. I mean to say, their first question will not match with the other people. So it gets shuffled. I'm sure you guys are getting that. Now, drop down. Drop down means that right now you can see that we have the option to select either one of them. So the moment when you click on drop down, it's going to be the same. Let me just show you once. 1 minute. I'll just put a drop down here, and I just go to preview. So now you'll get the hang of it, that what exactly I was trying to convey. So here, what is my name? I have two options which I had kept, Rahul Sharma and XYZ. So either of these two I need to select. So that's exactly the drop down means, right? I'll just go back and I'll just go to three dots here. So mathematics subtitle add branching is basically, where you have some reasoning kind of questions, or you need different subtitles or sub answers attached to one particular quiz. So that's more technical and it's not so much in use for creating the quiz in Microsoft Teams. Add branching is also like adding a subtitle, or it could be a sub questions under the main question, right? So these are some of the main ones. And here, this tab means that you can replicate the same questions again. You can see the tab here, which shows copy question. You can delete this by this option, okay? So this is under the choice function, right? Now let's go ahead and add one more question, and we're going to click on text this time, and let's see what happens, right? So I'll just give what is the definition of star. So I it's just a sample question. So here you can see that, suppose for example, I want to put this point as 4 points, and I can restrict my answers to a short paragraph or a very lengthy one. So if I activate that, there is no number counting of the words. You can be as elaborative or descriptive as you can be. So this is again the required one. I have already mentioned about these functionalities. You can add your answers here, right? And let's go to the third kind of question. We're not going to go to the ratings and the dates, which is not primarily used here, right? So I'm going to add one more question here, and I'll just click on choice here. And this is also a very interesting one, which is mostly used when you try and showcase a question through a picture format, right? I'll just show you quickly. I'll just go ahead and click this highlighted area, which is nothing but the image form. It says insert media. The moment I click here, I get an option called image and video. I click on image. I just go for upload because I might have something to post. So I'll just insert one picture, and I'm going to get that picture here in this question for the third question. Okay. And accordingly, I can frame the name of the animal. Right? So you're getting my point, guys. So it's basically like you can go ahead and paste any kind of picture, and you can have any type of questions posed around it. So again, I can give an option as cow. I can give an option as elephant. So again, you can set up your own uh, options for the answers. So mainly and basically, you can go for true and false. You can go for multiple choice questions where you have four options. You have one right answer. You can have more than one right answers. You can also choose that. You also have an option to insert a picture. So these are some of the three very categorically, majorly used type of questions, which is used in quizzes, basically for the multiple choice questions, right? And you can set your points. You can define your kind of questions you want to frame it. So I'll just go quickly to the preview tab, guys. Here you can see here, the moment I click on preview, this means that the moment when we click on preview, it states that this is the form exactly this way the receiver going to use or going to see this in their system. Okay, so they will see that what is my first name, and they'll have an option to select here like that. What is the definition of star? They can write the answer here. So this is basically the dummy of the question, which will be highlighted to each and every attendees of this quiz. So again, what is the name of the animal? They can select here either cow or elephant here, and they can hit on submit here. So this is something which you can review and check how the questions are getting framed in your quiz, right? Now you have the second tab called theme. Guys, theme means that you can just change the outward layout of your form. For example, you'll have predefined forms already here. So I like the chalk and the board theme. So I'll just go ahead and click this. So the moment I just go ahead and click this, you can see the changes which has happened to my form here, to the quiz here. So it looks nice, it looks professional. and you can go ahead and choose any kind of theme based on your type of questions or the nature of questions you're asking for, right? So I'll just show you quickly that when I go to preview mode, how it looks to all the attendees. So guys, this is how it looks to all the attendees. This is the way, right? And let's go back here. And before going to the third option called share, I would like to go to the three dots first, which is the extra settings which you can avail in Microsoft Teams while creating quiz. So when we click on the three dots, guys, here you have options like settings, print form, feedback, teams, right? So basically now here, which means that you can have an extra setting to, or you can print the form, feedback, teams. So we're going to only focus on the settings. I'll just go ahead and click on the settings. The first says options for quiz shows results automatically, which means that if you activate, right now it is activated, so I'll just go ahead and deactivate, which means that if you activate that button, that means that if I am the attendee of this particular quiz, so if I just attend and hit on submit, I will be able to see that what were the wrong ones and what were the right answers which I have chosen. So it's basically like you're going to tell at that point of time to all the attendees that this is what your performance was. Okay. So ideally, we do not activate that. We just keep it deactivated. Right. The second option is who can fill out this form. So again, you cannot give the control to all or anyone in your organization or outside the organization. So it is always preferred to select this options. Only people in my organization can respond. Record name, one person per person. So this is the most commonly used options. Then you have options for responses. You click on the accept responses. And guys, suppose you're going to read or you're going to schedule this quiz for tomorrow or for any day specifically. So you can give a start date. The moment you click on the start date, you can set your date and the time of the quiz when it's going to initiate, right? So accordingly, you can go for the end date. Suppose if you have a time limit for 1 hour or 30 minutes or 45 minutes. So based on that, you can set your time here. You can also activate the shuffle options here as well, or you can go to the individual questions while creating those questions. You can click on the shuffle questions, right? Now response receipts. These are the two options mentioned here. It's allow receipt of responses after submissions. Receipt of responses after submission, which means that each and every individual who has attended this quiz will get an acknowledgement that they have attended this quiz. This is exactly what it means, and get email notification of each response, which means that this email notification will be sent to the host every time whoever takes the assignment or the quiz here, basically. So generally, we do not activate that. It's perfectly fine if you want to activate or you want to deactivate. It's only that you will be getting lots of emails if you have a lot of attendees or the people who want to attend this quiz, like more than 150, 200, 300 people. So you're going to get so many emails as a notification that they have attended this quiz. So it's based on your choice, guys. Totally up to you. Right. Now, the most important tab is share button. So moment you have created your quiz, you have put your settings in place, then you're going to go ahead and click on share button. Now, when we go ahead and click on the share button, you see that send and collect responses. Only people in my organization can respond. So differently, this is because of the options which you have enabled in the more settings. Now, here, what you can see here is this is the form or link which can be used to perform this particular quiz here. So you can see that this is a very long form, which doesn't look good, or it's like it's not so advisable to share such big links to anybody. So what you have an option called shorten URL. The moment you click on shorten URL, so your form gets shorter and you can go ahead and click on copy. So guys, the moment when you go ahead and click on copy, that means that link is copied by your system. You can paste it anywhere, guys. You can send this link either through the Outlook email or through your personal emails which you're using, or you can send it through Teams applications. You can send it through WhatsApp or any other social media through which you're conducting your quiz, maybe informal or formal quiz. So it's totally up to you how you're using it. So this is all about the creating quiz in Microsoft Teams application. I'm sure this session was little exhaustive, but this was the overall scenario or the process of how to create a link for a quiz. So the moment when you copy, you can paste it anywhere to anyone. So that's how exactly the quiz works for Microsoft Teams application, all right? So that's pretty much about the quiz creation of Microsoft Teams application. I'm sure, guys, you have to look more than once for this demo or for the session to clearly understand each and every functionality. And always important, the moment you explore more in this particular application to create quiz, you're going to learn more. So this was the basic fundamentals of the quiz creation in Microsoft Teams. I'm sure you guys would have uh, liked it, and the only motive was to share the knowledge which I have, so that you know it goes to a lot of people who are struggling to assign questions, papers, or basically they do not, or they are not actually aware of the process of creating quiz in Microsoft Teams platform. So thank you so much for your time, guys, and I'm sure you guys are safe. And definitely, I'm going to come up with some more interesting learning going forward. Till then, take care of yourself and have a great learning ahead. And we all are together in this journey. Thank you so much for your time, guys. Bye bye.